Hello everyone, my name is Mohan Kunjam. Today I will explain about my project. My project name is AI Content Generator. Okay. In this picture, I use several ES6 JavaScript concept while building my AI powered application. The most important ones are let, const, and arrow function. Let's start with let. The let keyword is used to declare variable whose value can change later. For example, I want to show you. Okay, this is let prompt. Okay, let prompt I use let for the prompt variable because its value changing depending on selected features. Sometimes it's store a question prompt and a summary prompt, and sometime an ideal generation prompt. It is taking uh, it is taking change. Okay, letter change. Okay. So next is const. Const is the const keyword is used for values that should not be reassigned after creation. Okay. So for example, I write here generate button. Okay. This is one variable name. Okay. This is one variable name. Uh, Inside the I write document dot get element by ID. Inside the document dot get element by ID, this is I store generate button with targeting to HTML. Okay, const API model name. Okay, const API model name. Okay, then I use const because this value remain fixed uh, throughout the application. This improve code safety and readability. Okay, now let's discuss arrow function instead of writing function. Okay, instead of writing function, I used arrow function. For example, generate button add event listener click. For example, generate button add event listener and click. Okay, so the arrow function provide cleaner and shorter syntax, making the code easier to read and maintain. Now let's just discuss how connected my application to Gemini AI using the Gemini API. Okay, when the user click the generate button, okay, I will show you. This is generate button. Okay, this is generate button. When user will click generate button, the application create a prompt. User application will create a prompt based on user input. Based on based on user input, it will create a prompt. Okay, after that after that, then I use fetch API to send post request to Gemini. Okay, after that I used uh, fetch API to send post request to Gemini. Okay, the request URL contain the Gemini model name, the Gemini API key. Okay, the fetch request look like this. Okay, the fetch request look like this. Okay, after that, let's understand the structure. The method is post because we are sending data to Gemini. Okay, the content type header tells the server that we are using that we are sending JSON data. Okay, inside the body I use JSON.stringify. Inside the body, I use JSON.stringify to convert the JavaScript object into JSON format. Okay, the prompt is placed inside a content part text. This is the prompt required by the Gemini API. After sending the request, Gemini process the prompt prompt and return response. Okay, return response. I then convert the JSON into Java JSON using. Okay. Uh, Next, I convert JSON into I convert JSON into uh, I convert JSON response dot JSON into JSON using. Okay, and next I extract the generate button from data. Okay, okay. Now I extract the generate button from data. Okay. In my project, I use optional chaining for safer access. Okay, and finally, data data optional can dot candidate optional chain dot uh, what we call square bracket. This is a square bracket we call normally array. Okay, this is accessing the index number 0. Okay, index value 0 accessing. Okay, now I also use try catch finally block. I also use try catch try, and this is catch, and this is finally block. Okay, because of handle errors and ensure the loading indicator in hidden whether the request success or fail. Okay, so guys, let's I have explained. In summary, I used ES6 features such as a let, const, and arrow function to write cleaner code, and I used the fetch API to send prompt to Gemini and display AI generated response to the user. Okay, what is summary? Summary is I used ES6 features such as a let, const, and arrow function to write cleaner code, and I used patch API and prompt to Gemini and display AI generated response to the user. Okay, so this is my UI. When I write here some input, it will give the response. Okay, this is the all over my project. First, it will taking user input inside the JavaScript. It will creating a prompt. After that, it will sending the through a patch request. After that, it will getting from server response. After that, it will generating JSON format data in JavaScript object. After that, after that it will give the in display response. Okay, thank you. Okay.